Atuk il hermano, I self-law and master. Getting ready to talk about conditioning, mental conditioning. Now, the so-called Negro, Black, Colored, African American who think they name is Smith Jones, Bob, Brown, Blue, whatever they want to be today, has been mentally conditioned in this manner. Now, we're going to talk about the four main words that keep them in mental conditioning. It's called conditioning, comfort, fear, and ignorance. All right? Now, quote, this was Noble Drew Ali said, "Come all ye Asiatics of North America and hear the truth about your nationality and your birthrights." Now, but the problem is with that, most of us have been conditioned to, because they've gotten into a complex situation of going to church every Sunday, praising Jesus every time they eat, or every time they walk, or every time they get something done, or whatever the preacher tells them to do is to praise Jesus. Then Jesus do this, then God do this. You understand me? Mental conditioning. Or when you allow your children to go to these laboratory schools, they get mentally conditioned to a slave history, starting from the slave boat. And now, you've been conditioned mentally, and you're outside of law, and the Constitution holds government. Outside of the ancient principles and outside of human family. They are then outlaws and don't seem to recognize these names are not with standing as well. They don't seem to acknowledge that they are dishonoring their forefathers and foremothers. There is no such thing as an ancient black people. Black, however, is a description. It is not an identity. I'm going to give you the truth and right knowledge. Not what you feel, not that will make you feel good or comfortable to satisfy your emotions. This is about facts. After all, it was your people who taught principles of civilization. See, the problem is, anytime most of us who are dark-skinned, broad nose, full lips, woolly curly hair, when someone comes to them and try to teach them something other than what the European fraud corporate America has been teaching them since the slave boat, which you did not even come over here on a slave boat. This is what they're teaching you. And then they teach not only to you, but then they teach to your children. And your children growing up thinking that they came over here on a slave boat. And that's impossible to do. Now, you, Negro, Black, Colored, African American, you're sovereign to this land. You're Moor. What is your nationality? Your nationality is what? Moorish American. What is your name? Give me a name that deals with a pedigree bloodline name. You don't know it. So, in an essence, if you accept your name being what the European label these grams on you, and you accept that, they have power of attorney over you. So now, when you go to court or when the police pull you over on the street and ask you your name, and you tell them Smith, Jones, or Johnson, or you tell them you're black, Negro, African, colored American, he automatically have a power of attorney over you because you're what? Incompetent. You're incompetent to go into a courtroom and speak for yourself. You don't know your nationality. So, in essence, what you need to do is go to the Moorish Science Temple of America and study what Noble Drew Ali did. Study your bloodline name. Study your bloodline history. Study your ancient forefathers. Find out who they are. Study the type of religion that they study. They didn't study pseudo-religion, belief. Belief can never get nothing done. You can always be believing and never get it done. But it's knowledge that get it done. Knowledge. Knowledge can get you past these corporate periods. Knowledge can get you to stop paying taxes on your own land. Knowledge can get you to stop paying taxes on the house you think you bought. Knowledge can get you to stop paying taxes when you go buy a car. And then you get your children out of these slave schools. But that's why they come to you and knocking on your door, because once you sign that birth certificate, you give them a power of attorney over your children. A birth certificate is a claim of ownership. So you don't own your own children. That's why the people always come into your house, knocking on your door, social workers, threatening you by taking your children. If you don't do this, do that. That's not natural. You know that's your child. But once you sign a birth certificate, this is a contract, they now have a power of attorney over your child. And there's nothing you can do because you yourself open up your own mouth and say, yeah, I'm black, I'm a Negro, I'm colored, I'm African American, because you don't know your ancient history. You don't know your forefathers' history. And if you don't honor that, you're going to continue to die every day. You're going to continue to be miseducated every day. You're going to continue to run around crying about your children suffering and dying every day. Well, look what you're teaching them. Tell them to go to church every Sunday. You're not Christian. Jesus himself was not a Christian. That religion came hundreds of years after his death. He was not a Christian. His thing was to teach the truth. And what I want to do here is teach you the truth about your nationality, about your birthright, about your inheritance. You can never get it unless you claim your nationality, unless you get out of your mental condition, unless you get out of your fear, get out of your comfort, get out of your ignorance, and seek knowledge and get knowledge. Start with Noble Drew Ali and nationality. And then study world history and knowledge of yourself. Atuk il amano. I'm out.